Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Synema Cinergy, because, they've been making werewolf movies forever.
They've been making werewolf movies for frickin' ever. We have another one coming out soon.
Exactly, that's the whole reason we do this. I'm Cody, aka the Scarlet Troll.
And I am Greg, aka Greg.
And what we do is, we like to look at movies that are coming out, and we say, what's something that's connected to them? And usually it's pretty straightforward. You know, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire comes out, let's look at Ghostbusters Afterlife. Bad Boys Ride or Die is coming out. Let's look at the original Bad Boys. But I decided to get a little tenuous this time, because there's a new Wolfman movie coming out, and there's been plenty of Wolfman movies, but I thought, that's a little too obvious. I could go much more tenuous than that. Should I just pick a random werewolf movie? Well, that's a little too tenuous. That's a little too random. I can come up with something. I can pull something out of my butt.
That is both too meta and not meta enough.
Yeah, and then I decided, you know what? I've got it. Finally, what comes before Wolfman? Teen Wolf. And I ran this by Greg, and as I recall, you were not initially enthused.
I was not initially enthused at all, because well, that's freaking stupid.
Well, it was either that, Dogman, which actually would have been really funny to do Teen Wolf as a tie-in for Dogman, but...
Yeah! Thinking about it.
Or Den of Thieves, because Den of Thieves 2 Pantera comes out, but I'll be honest, I didn't really care about that one. So,
right.
Here we are, the 1985, Rod Daniel directed, Michael J. Fox starring Teen Wolf.
Yes.
Oh, you thought we were talking about the 2023 one? No, not happening.
Wait, there's a 2023 one?
Yeah, I guess MTV did like a TV series of Teen Wolf, but it was darker and edgier and sexier.
Ooh, no thank you.
Yeah, then that got a movie adaptation that came out 2 years ago now.
How did I never hear about this?
I know, right?
It's probably because it was on MTV.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll
do it. Anyways, the original Teen Wolf. This is a goofy movie, and not to be confused with a Goofy movie.
You're not allowed to say that! How dare you make a joke like that?
Disney's coming for me.
You'll never take me alive!
Quick, before they get us, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Indeed.
I have to work on folding that in earlier to these things. There we go.
Well, hey, that's a creative way to do it.
A creative, that's a word. So, in the same way that calling this a good movie is a word one could use, I don't know that I would. I mean,
this movie's honestly pretty fun, but it's completely ridiculous in the most mid-80s way possible.
It's so funny because on the one hand, there's a lot of things that compared to at least modern movies, I think, oh, that's really interesting. But then when you look at the premise of, this kid just discovered he's a werewolf and has all kinds of werewolf powers, it's really, God, this is a bad descriptor, tame.
Tame may not be the best word, because this movie, if we're being honest, is anything but.
No, I think it's a little watered down and a little bloodless, honestly, and I don't need guts and horror and shredding stuff, but I mean, they really undersell the werewolf concept. He didn't need to be a werewolf. He could have been a superhero, he could have been a Frankenstein, he could have honestly been Shazam. He could have been Shazam, yeah!
Yeah, given the shift and tonal shift between normal version and air quotes badass version, yeah, werewolf was an interesting choice because it could be literally anything else.
No, but I'll tell you one thing I do respect. He starts the movie basically already in the middle of turning into a werewolf. It's 10 minutes in and he's already starting to exhibit symptoms. I respect the hell out of that, because I feel like any modern movie that's about werewolves will spend 20 to 30 minutes setting up the details of his schmuck life just to upend the status quo 30 minutes in and have him get bitten, and then he starts turning into a werewolf. Here, they're like, nah man, Teen Wolf, catch up. He's a werewolf. Get on board.
He's the Teen Wolf. Try to keep up.
Yeah. Come on, boy, we're going for a walk. I do a whistle, but I can't whistle.
Oh, God.
At least not well. Maybe I can insert a sound effect, I don't know.
Insert wolf whistle sound effect here.
No. A dog whistle. Which hurts his ears.
Which does hurt his ears. Can I just say that scene kind of bothered me on a personal level, just seeing little kids do things unattended that they're not supposed to do, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, don't touch the merchandise, kid.
Yeah, for real.
It's broken, well then you pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. That.
I know it's actually a dog whistle, but don't touch stuff.
Yeah, don't touch stuff.
Don't be touching stuff.
Yeah, unless you're gonna pay for it.
That goes for a lot of people in this movie. Don't be touching stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Boof's great.
Boof is great. Boof is the MVP of this movie.
It's really weird to me that her real name never comes up once, even though she's basically the romantic interest in this movie. Not at first, but she's the best friend turned love interest. You'd think that would warrant at least using her real name once.
Yeah, I mean, granted, this movie has kind of some interesting nicknames. You've got Boof, you've got apparently a side character named Lemonade. Apparently Styles is actually Styles' real last name, but I kind of refuse to believe that in all honesty.
You got Chubbs.
But that's when it's just like, how did you get the nickname Boof? And why are you playing basketball with this man's father?
Yeah, that's a little strange. I assume they've been friends for long enough that it's probably not that weird. But we don't get that context, really, so...
Yeah.
It's maybe a little weird. So, Michael J. Fox's character, Scott Howard, he's just a put-upon schlub who nobody really likes or respects, except Boof. He's got other friends, like Styles, who's kind of a terrible friend. Lewis, who's...
Yes, Styles is not a great friend.
Lewis, who exists, I guess. I don't really know what the deal is there. So, Scott's on the basketball team. They stink out loud.
They stink out loud. As opposed to what exactly?
Silent but deadly, obviously.
Hey, I didn't think of that. I did not think of that.
They'll get you. But... They got the most apathetic coach on the planet, which is actually kind of funny to see. After movie of a sports coach who was either always inspirational or a sadist whose victory at all costs, this guy just tosses his feet up and is like, nah man, let's just quit and go home, alright?
This coach is a realist.
I just thought you might want to get out ahead of the 5 o'clock traffic. I respect it.
Even though he's kind of objectively not a great person, I do respect his complete bluntness, being like, yep, this is it. I don't know what else to tell you.
So Scott starts exhibiting werewolf symptoms very early into this movie. No lead up, no impetus, no inciting event. He's just turned into a werewolf, but he doesn't know that yet. First, he has to go to a party. He has to get a keg for the party because Styles can't do it, because good old Bill Nye, the liquor store guy, won't let him purchase alcohol because he's underage, so good on him.
Yeah, good on him.
But then Scott whips out the old, I am the gatekeeper, I am the keymaster, give me a keg of beer.
Yeah, no, he straight up just looks at Bill Nye, the liquor cousin guy, and just with full fire engine red eyes and a deep-ass voice just goes, give me the keg. I genuinely can't believe that worked, honestly.
Gets the keg, goes to the party, basically gets roped into playing 7 Minutes in Heaven with Boof, which is more like 2 minutes in heaven in this case. And you know what?
Not for the obvious reasons.
No, they set it to 2 minutes. Get your minds out of the gutter.
I don't know, I figured someone in the audience is gonna be like, oh man.
For shame. How dare you. These are a bunch of 20-something-year-olds pretending to be teenagers, you sickos.
It's like Glee.
Or Dawson's Creek. Or, no, wait, Moody's Point, I think they were all teenagers in that one.
Which one is the horror movie with the leg? With the camp counselors?
Sleepaway Camp?
Yeah, Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, bro, that was the least descript you could have done, and it's a miracle I pulled that one out of a hat. What's the horror movie at the lake with the camp counselors? A number of Friday the 13th, I think.
I mean, it could have also been Friday the 13th. Look, man, I'm not good at remembering all this stuff.
Scooby-Doo Camp Scare?
Oh, ooh. See, now, Anyway.
Where was I? Oh, right. So, Scott and Boof are playing 2 Minutes in Heaven, and I gotta say, this is another one of those things where I am weirdly enchanted by how this movie goes, because obviously there's Pamela, the romantic false lead, who is just popular, I guess. Total bitch.
Yeah.
But, everybody likes her, I guess. So Scott likes her.
But she's a total bitch.
But she's a total bitch. And not the werewolf kind. But...
No.
Scott's clearly pining after her. Boof is clearly pining after him. Despite that, this movie doesn't have the whole dramatic explosion of, I've always liked you even back before you mattered, and having the big drawn-out realization of, oh god, I'm in love with Boof. Nah, they just make out at a party, and I guess, there's it's just kind of an unspoken thing that there is a thing.
Boof is basically a smooth operator from the drop of the green flag.
No, yeah, because he's still suffering from early onset werewolfism. God, what a statement. He just says, I don't feel so good. She goes, how do I feel? Well, they've got their arms around each other, and I'm just like, damn! What the fuck?
It's like,
you just
get it,
dropped
girl.
that line like it was... You had that on deck!
Yeah. She was ready for that. She's had that, like, primed for probably years.
Guns at the ready! Fire at will! No,
Finger
fire
on
at
the
Scott!
trigger.
Sorry!
Yeah.
We lose more wills that way.
Yeah, no. No, part of the reason why both of us love Boof in this movie is because she is just a smooth, straightforward operator from basically the second she appears on screen.
Yeah, no, mad respect. When I grow up, I want to be Boof. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm still probably at least 5 years older than she was at the time of this movie, but...
Yeah.
You know, this is where the movie starts to drag a little bit.
Yeah, just a tad.
30 minutes in. Actually, it's probably more like 20. No, it doesn't really drag, but he runs home. After clawing up her blouse in the closet, which never gets brought up, it's a little funny to me. What was her reaction
hilarious.
when she got home? Because the entire back of her blouse is just ripped apart.
Well, it's kind of funny because even though she was kind of freaking out because while they're doing the whole 2 minutes of heaven, he starts wolfing out a little bit, she starts to freak out. But then as she's leaving... I don't know if they did this on purpose, but after she gets out of the closet, this woman has an oddly satisfied look on her face, despite the fact that she was scared shitless. And then we just see the clawed up back of her shirt. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I hope homie gets you a new shirt, man.
It's never brought up. I feel like that's a missed
never
opportunity for a joke. You owe me a new shirt.
Yeah, honestly.
So he runs home, turns into a werewolf. He looks kind of like when that one kid from Jumanji turned into a monkey.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's turning into the Cookie Crisp dog.
Oh my god. Oh, wow, talk about a flashback.
Yeah, it's a wolf now, but ironically he looks more like the Cookie Crisp dog.
Yeah, oh god, that's a bunch of flashback of me watching old clips of Fillmore.
And then it turns out his dad is a werewolf. I guess lycanthropy just runs in their family.
Which is hilarious, because it's a thing of, son, I need to talk to you, and then the dad goats him out, and it's just this silent scene of switching to the dad, and the dad is also a werewolf, but it just looks like shit.
He looks like a weird mutated Furby.
Yeah, yes, that's actually a perfect description of it.
With a little bit of, like, old man Chewbacca mixed in. But no, it's pretty good, him just standing there in this awful werewolf makeup going, I think an explanation is long overdue.
Oh, gee, no shit, you fucking think.
So, you would then think, oh, the rest of this movie is going to be about Scott having to keep his werewolfism a secret. No, he just busted out at one of the basketball games, runs circles around the other team, and apparently this is the least remarkable thing anybody's ever seen, because nobody's immediately like, oh god, werewolves are real! Instead they just go, all right, this guy's pretty cool!
So you know what's funny is that whole bit when we transition to the whole thing of Scott using his wolfisms on the regular and changing to that actually becomes a frustrating point of the movie for me, because I know that it's a coming-of-age movie where the whole thing is like becoming true to yourself, being confident in who you are. But it was really annoying when Scott, whenever he's the werewolf, is just like super confident, always knows what to do, just has total control over the room. Whenever he's back to his normal self, he's like a bumbling idiot. I'm just like, you're telling me that all of this from your werewolf side is non-transferable.
You don't even get at least a little bit of dexterity and agility, huh?
Yeah, no. You need to still roll for those attributes and you get natural zeros? That sucks.
Not how it works, but I respect the attempt.
Yeah, no.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
It's been a while since I've played the game. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. No, and then somehow, he's still allowed to play basketball despite being a known and confirmed werewolf, which I assume...
Which is cheating! Which is cheating!
No. It's clearly following Air Bud rules. Ain't no rule what says a dog boy can't play basketball.
Oh, God almighty, I hate... Hey, like, if that's the case, then can we get this motherfucker on the Lightning team right now? Because I've been frustrated with the last 4 games I've watched.
Yeah, no, but show me in the rules where it says werewolves can't play basketball. I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait as long as it takes.
Oh my god, that's still a thing of like, somebody has to call this shit out. Everyone's too okay with this.
Hell, unlike Air Bud, he's actually a registered member of the school and therefore the team.
True.
Which I assume would be the real problem preventing Airbud from competing, even if there is no rule that says a dog can't play basketball. So now with Scott's big man on campus, Pamela's suddenly interested in him. I appreciate this movie's restraint. Not a single animal magnetism joke was made. As far as I can tell.
Ooh, I mean, this would belong in a completely different movie tonally than this one, but I could just see a thing where Scott becomes the werewolf and it's just with his, like, I get all the bitches.
Oh, that. There's probably a porn parody with that tagline somewhere. I'm not gonna go looking for it right now. Or ever, actually. I got better things to do.
Yeah, I also have better things to do with my time.
Anyways, so now Pamela's suddenly interested. Styles is merchandising the hell out of Scott's Teen Wolf form, which is another one of those fascinating things, because in any other movie, I feel like, there would be a whole subplot about Scott realizing that Styles is a shit friend, and
yeah.
Styles either need to resolve it to be better, or Scott going, nah, piss off, mate, we're done. But instead, just nothing comes of it.
At the very least, I'd be like, hey man, where's my royalties in this? You're using my likeness to make money.
Where's my cut of this, huh?
Yeah, that's what I would be like.
The vice principal's a dick.
Oh, the vice principal's a dick, and it turns out that there's weird human versus vampire history between the two of them.
Human versus vampire history, you say?
Yeah, or...
I didn't realize we transitioned from Teen Wolf to Adolescent Vampire.
We get Nosferatu High School Edition. Ooh, now I kind of want that.
This is how you know this was made in the 80s and not the 2010s or 2020s, because of the fact that there is no Teen Vampire, Teen Mummy, Teen Frankenstein.
Right.
There is a movie called Teenage Vampire. It came out in 2020. Of course it did.
Okay. Of course. So no one saw it.
Yeah. I don't even know if it got a theatrical release. Who knows? That's not important. So, Scott's letting the fame get to his head a bit. He's becoming a real, I'd say ball hog, but ball wolf.
Right.
He will go fetch, but he will not give it back. So his teammates are getting tired of his shtick, and he just wishes they'd throw the shtick.
Right.
This is too many puns. There's
a lot of puns in this.
There's not even puns from the movie. I'm just doing this as I go. I need the puns. I'm hungry like the wolf, one might say.
Oh my god.
That's not in this movie, is it?
No, it's... Well, when did that song come out? I'm pretty sure it predates that movie.
I assume. Hold on a second.
Yeah, Duran Duran, Hungry Like the Wolf. 1982.
Probably wasn't popular enough yet, though.
Fair.
It's great. I'm looking at the Teen Wolf original motion picture soundtrack list, and there's a song called Boof Instrumental.
Boof Instrumental?
Yeah, the instrumental is in parentheses, mind you, but...
Oh, goodness. So, our girl got her own theme song, too.
Yeah, great.
That tells you for sure that she's best girl.
Best girl for not best boy.
Right.
He is not a particularly good boy.
Yep. I don't...
Care to comment?
I was getting ready to make a joke about that, but you kind of beat me to it. Not as bad as the movie beating you to your own joke.
Okay, yeah, there's a Spider-Man Great Power, Great Responsibility reference in here. I started making the joke while we were watching it. They undercut it right out from under me. I was very upset. I still am. Let's move on.
That was amazing. I don't know if this man's going to include the audio, but let me tell you, audio listener, video watcher, that was amazing.
Yeah, you really had to be there. Who knows? Maybe at some point, if we get big enough, I'll start putting, if we get big enough to make it worth having a Patreon, I'll be like, hey, you want to listen to these early Synema Cinergy recordings?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so they're having a big dance, a big to-do. Oh, Scott gets laid. Pamela really, comes on strong. Rolling in wolf nip?
Rolling in deep?
Garbage? I don't know. What do werewolves like the smell of?
Garbage day!
So, he scores with Pamela, but she's not really interested in him. She just wants to make Mick jealous, and also, I guess, werewolf hot. I don't know. So...
Wait, does that mean that Pamela's a furry?
Huh. You know what?
Was that too risque in 1985?
I mean, a lot of things were risque in 1985, because it wouldn't be... There's a bit of casual homophobia in here.
Oh, there's a good bit of casual homophobia in this film.
There's one really solid exchange of casual homophobia, and it sure wouldn't be insert decade here without it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, Boof and Scott kind of go to the dance, but not really together, because she wants to go with him as him, and he's like, yeah, but everybody's expecting the wolf. So he shows up, they dance anyway, they duck away, make out some more, they come back in, The bully who's Pamela's boyfriend starts a fight, insults Boo, punches Scott in the face, he turns to the wolf, slashes the guy's outfit up. There's a whole thing with the dad threatening the vice principal and backing the hell up because the vice principal's a jealous asshole because he's a creep. He's a weird fucking, I was in love with this kid's mom, but his dad got her instead, so I'm gonna take it out on this kid. What the fuck kind of... You know, when you describe it like that, it just sounds even more pathetic. So...
It's really fucking pathetic.
The dad makes him piss himself.
Good.
Yeah, deserved.
Very.
And then, big final game happens. Scott resolves to win it without using the wolf. They do. Big, triumphant, happy moment. Everybody's friends again. He tells Pamela, get lost, kick bricks. Kick rocks? That's the one. Don't kick bricks.
Yeah, kick rocks.
As a big, big happy ending, and nobody is second-guessing the ramifications of there's actual goddamn werewolves.
Yeah, there's a werewolf in our school. Should we be concerned? Nah, man, we just won the championship basketball game, and our guy got with the best girl in the school. Who fucking cares?
Should we be concerned? Oh, no, that's Scott. He's cool.
Yeah. Scott's a real one. It's like, yeah, he is. That's kind of the problem, guys.
He's got a bunch of jokes. They'll leave you howling.
Don't
worry, his bark's worse than his bite. Wolf jokes.
We're gonna put a pause on that.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
Some of these jokes are so bad I might have to stick my own nose in it.
Oh, God.
Okay, you know...
No, we're not doing this on a freaking recording.
No, we're cutting it here. Clean cut. So...
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's a weird movie because I can't tell how much of the things that are supposed to be in these coming-of-age teen comedies with a little bit of romance are an intentional swerve away from tired tropes, and how much of it is just, we don't have time, we've got a werewolf playing basketball movie to get to.
Yeah, it's like we don't have time for character development or to flesh out these characters' emotions. An actual werewolf is running circles around basketball teams, and that is the real shit that Americans need in their living rooms right now.
Oh, 100%. And yet somehow this is weirdly charming.
It is oddly charming. On an objective sense, this is not a good movie, but this is a fun and strangely charming movie to watch.
Yeah, it's a big flaming hairball of a train wreck.
Okay.
I said we'd stop and I did it anyway. No, this was actually a pretty surprising, modest success, because its budget, as near as I can tell, was about $4 million, or at least that's what they copped to spending on advertising.
Right.
And it made 80 mil.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big turnover.
Right?
Yeah, that's a monumental profit.
Of course they made a sequel, Teen Wolf 2, only it's spelled T-O-O.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Wait!
I thought you were saying that the Teen Wolf, instead of spelling it teen, they wrote it as tune. I'm just like, that's frustrating.
And it's starring Jason Bateman! That's Nick Wilde from Zootopia! That's the fox!
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, what the hell?
Is that something that we need to add to the list, then?
No, absolutely not. I loved him in Game Night, though.
Fair.
And then they had another sequel planned starring Alyssa Milano, but they never got around to filming it. And then naturally it got the MTV series and then a movie adaptation off of that. So, yeah. I mean, obviously, this has no actual connect. Did I ever say that we were doing this because Wolfman is coming out?
Yeah.
I did, but I forgot all about it.
I don't know if we directly said it, but we at very least alluded to it at the very beginning.
Good point. Honestly, I think this has potential. This could be... I need to get more tenuous with these things, I'm starting to think. You know? I need to get real out there. I need a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon this shit.
Oh my god, that's a terrifying thought. What kind of random shit is this man gonna pull out of his ass? He's gonna try and find a way to have us watch Birdemic for one of these.
Oh, don't tempt me.
Yeah, I'll try not to, because I freaking hate that movie.
That's just making it more likely, you know that. But we can't do it next month, because next month, it's a real difficult decision, because it really boils down to Captain America, the Winter Soldier, or Paddington 2. So, really, it's a big number 2 showdown. Wait.
No.
Back up.
Not good word choice there, boy.
It was not. I think that about wraps us up, yeah?
I think so.
Alright, well, I already did the thing, and I still don't have an outro for this, and I already teased what next month is going to be, and by teased, I mean directly stated that it comes down to one of two things. One of number 2 things. But... And they're both good movies, that's the even better part. So... Bye, I guess.
Bye, everybody.